Welcome to the Smallscape and welcome to today's video. I thought it would be fun to go over some easy rules to avoid stress in new setups because that's what I'm thinking about doing as fall is approaching and new scapes are on my mind. So I thought I would share my thoughts. And let me know your favorite tip, whether or not I've included it or not. Number one, it usually goes without saying, but I'm going to say it. Do your research. This can avoid a lot of stress, a lot of issues in the future, and namely would be like these pistos that I got. They dug up the substrate and caused some of my hardscaping to move. Now, if I was really attached to it, that would have been a bigger problem. Luckily, no fish were hurt when some of the hardscaping did move over unexpectedly, but research is never a bad thing. Another one is don't choose a picky eater. I'm just going to say, my number one picky eater, that is the pea puffer. I love them dearly. I have peanut and poppy currently, but picky eaters, that's going to cause you some stress, especially if maybe you don't have anything to feed them, you didn't do the live baby brine, or maybe you don't have any snails, or you have people watching your fish. That's just an extra stressor. Use a lid. I would recommend it, even though this is a rule I do typically 50-50. I break it because I do like a scape that's coming out of the water, but for a lot of different fish, including the betta and even the peacock gudgeon, which I found that out, they like flow and they like to play around at the top of the tank. I had to put a lid on partially my 22 long, which looks interesting, but you can also DIY them, especially for us nano tank lovers. When you have a tiny tank, maybe all you can do is get a Dollar Tree frame. I like to use it. I duct taped it together. It wasn't anything fancy, but it does the trick. You have to be careful. The glass is thinner, but I do recommend going to Dollar General because the frames are actually bigger. Don't forget about the filtration flow, and we're talking about the amount of filtration and also the direction of the flow, so that can help you determine where to place plants. A lot of plants look really nice with a lot of flow. A lot of them won't appreciate it, but that'll help you place them and also keep them from getting messed up. To avoid stress, don't overuse a previous unsuccessful plant. I'm all about trying plants that you haven't had success in the past. Just keep trying. However, don't base an entire scape on it. So kind of the 80-20 rule, maybe just 20% of your scape. Use that previously unsuccessful plant. Try it again. Don't overfeed. This is kind of a simple one. Not only will you have a lot of extra detritus on the bottom of your tank and it just won't look very tidy, you will also probably get a whole lot of new snail friends, which generally speaking, nobody wants that. Now the next one might just be me, but to avoid stress, I would say avoid the live food eaters, and that includes the pea puffers and the scarlet baddis. There's a lot of other fish that require live food, whether that be Daphnia, baby brine, snails, smush up snails. It's just an extra step, and if you want to take that on, that's totally fine, but it may actually cause you some extra stress, and it actually causes me extra stress. So the next few are kind of generic, but you know what? Life is hard, so is fish keeping. Problems will arise, issues will come up. So as long as you know that going into it, you will be less stressed out because, you know, it's just par for the course. Now, if you do escape and you don't like it, you know what? Change it. And I have done that many a time. For my 20 long in the basement, I don't think I've actually even shared. I did change it a little bit after I did the scape, but I think that's half the fun of fish keeping. Mr. Primetime thoroughly disagrees. So on his last scape, which you're going to see in a little while, I assisted with the plants and he would not let me fix them after the fact, which for somebody like me is just absolutely awful. But I am part of the group that says if you don't like it, change it. Even high-end aquascapers don't get it perfect 100% of the time, first time. Now, this is one of my most recent favorites. Take your time. I love to take my time escaping these days. I do it over actually the period of days or even weeks. I highly recommend if you have the time and you can do that, take your time. Don't compare yourself to others. A lot of these scapes you're seeing in the last couple clips, and this one too, Aquashella. These are high-end aquascapers. They are used to doing this with a lot of different materials, a lot of high-end materials, and they're doing it over hours. They practice a lot. So don't compare yourself to these people, because you'll probably just wind up all stressed out. And you don't know what they're going through in the back end, how much they've planned it out, and just all that. Don't stress yourself out. Don't compare yourself to anybody else except your own self and what you like and how much you are enjoying the actual tank. And most importantly, how much the fish enjoy it. That's the number one priority. And my last easy rule on keeping you less stressed out, consider what has stressed you out before. Yes, I am talking to you, Mr. Pea Puffer. That is something that I should have probably kept in mind before I kept them again, is I am slightly stressed out keeping pea puffers because they are picky. I do absolutely watch them eat. I make sure that they've gotten enough. They sometimes fight, and I actually am keeping them with other fish, the chili rasboras and a dwarf rasbora, which they eat much faster than the pea puffer, and they will even steal like snail pieces that I give the pea puffers. So that's not good. Is it worth it to me to keep pea puffers? I think so, but it's just something to keep in mind, and I hope these tips are helpful. I hope you are having a great week, and I'll see you next time.